everyone and welcome to this video. Now today we are going to learn about dictionaries and the methods we can operate them on them, and tuples and all the methods that we can operate on them, and sets and all the methods we can operate on them. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop to our Jupyter notebook. See you there. Okay, so we're going to start off with dictionaries. And here I've defined two dictionaries, and you can see that a dictionary has to always be stored in a variable. And when you try to define a dictionary, instead of putting square brackets, you have to put curly braces like this, okay? And then it's a bit like a list, except you have an item instead of elements, and in those items there are elements. So the first element, which is K1, is a key, and a key is like a keyword, okay? So a keyword represents something, and then our one over here is a value, and our value is the representation of key 1, okay? And then key 2 is a representation of key 2, and 3 is a representation of K3, okay? And we need to put a comma between every item, otherwise Python interpreter will get confused. Now this is my second dictionary over here, and instead of putting K1, K2 and K3, I put hello in all caps as my key, and then I put hello in lowercase as my value, and then I put hi in all caps as my key, and then hi in lowercase as my value. Now we are going to perform the methods, the key methods that you will need when you use dictionaries. So the first method is called dot items, and the dot items method withdraws all the items in your dictionary. So as I told you before, a key and a value together is an item, and each of these is an item. So if you can see every line, every key and value over here, so K3 and 3 are an item, and K2 and 2 are an item, and K1 and 1 are an item. So let's perform the method. So we need to type in d.items, and then we just put our brackets normally, and it says dict, which is short for dictionary items, and here it gives our value, it gives our items in normal brackets, so it's clear to read. So you can see I told you that K1 and 1 were an item together, and there we go, it defined this with brackets. And then K2 and 2 are an item together, K3 and 3 are an item together. So let's perform this on D1 as well. D1 dot items, and there we go, it says dictionary items, and then hello and hello and hi and hi. Okay, so let's go on to the next method, and this method withdraws a key from a dictionary. So as I told you before, a key is the first element in an item, and if you want to find a key, you need to type in the following: d.keys, and then I just typed that in, and there we go, it gave me all the keys. So as I told you, K1 is a key, K2 is a key, and K3 is a key, and then hello is a key, and hi is a key. So let's perform this on D1 as well. D1.keys. There we go, it gave me hello and hi because those were the keys. Now we are going to withdraw the values from our dictionaries, and if you want to do that, you need to type in d.values, and it gave us all the values because, as I told you, the second element in an item is a value. So it gave me 1, 2, and 3, and that is correct. Let's do this on D1. D1.items, and there we go, we've got D1.values, not items. So D1.values, And we got our values, which were hello in lowercase and hi in lowercase. Okay, so these are all of the values that withdraw certain elements in a dictionary. Now let's go on to how to copy and clear dictionaries. Okay, so copying and clearing dictionaries is the exact same process that you do on lists. So I'm just going to say d2 equals d dot copy, and if we type in d2, we get an exact copy of d. Okay, except everything is on one line, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so now let's clear d2. So as you saw, copying was exactly the same as lists, and clearing is going to be exactly the same operation you do on lists as well. So I just need to type in d2 dot clear, and there we go. We type in d2, and there we go. There's just an empty set of curly braces over here. So now there's just two more methods, and that's the pop item method and the update method. So first let's do the pop item method. And pop item, it just pops an item off. It pops an item off our dictionary. So it can't pop the last element off because that doesn't work. It can only pop the last item off. That's why it says pop item and not pop. So we'll just have to type in d dot pop item, sorry, and there we go. It gave us the item it popped off, and if we type in d again, there we go. There's no k2 and there's no k3 and 3 because it popped that off for us. Now let's do this on d1. And it popped off high and high for us. So now we've popped it. Now we've popped our items off. We are now going to go on to how to update them. So it's going to be a bit like the extend method that we did on list before. And except you have to write update, and you can only add a dictionary to a dictionary. So let's type in again d dot update, and then I want all the elements in d1 to be added to d. So I'll type in d1 and I'll type in d. And there we go. We've got k1 and 1 and k2 and 2 and hello and hello. But if we type in d1, notice that hello and hello haven't gone. So it just adds all the items, but it doesn't remove them from the original place. Okay, so these are all the methods you can perform on dictionaries. And let me show you guys one more thing that you can do with dictionaries, and it's extra useful. So if you want to get a key, if you want to get the value of a single key from a dictionary, all you need to type in is d and then square brackets. So it's a bit like finding the index. So d dot d and then square brackets, and in my square brackets I'm going to type in k1 because I want the value of that, and it gave me 1, and that is correct. Okay, so now we've learned everything we need to know about dictionaries. We are going to move on to tuples. Okay, see you. Okay, so welcome back. So now we're going to do tuples, and a tuple, it's similar to a list, except it's immutable. So immutable means you can't change it, you can't remove anything. It just stays as it is. Now, tuples are a great way to make sure you don't make any mistakes. So let me show you what a tuple looks like. So I'm going to type in my tuple equals, again, you need to store this in a variable, and you put normal brackets. So our Python interpreter knows that this is a tuple and it's immutable. And then I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. So that's my tuple. And now I'm going to perform a method on it. So the first method I'm going to perform is the count method. And the same as in lists, it counts how many times an element appears in a list, and in this case, a tuple. So I'm going to type in my tuple dot count 1, and there we go. It only comes once. So let me change my tuple. I'm going to add a 3 again, and then I'm going to put my tuple dot count 3. There we go. It comes 2 times this. It comes 2 times this time. Okay. Now the next method is index. But instead of finding the value of an index, you find the index of a value. So the other way around. So let me show you my tuple dot index 3. So it gives us the first occurring. It gives us the first in. It gives us the index of the first. It gives us the index of the first occurring number. Okay, so it won't give me this last 3 over here. It will only give me this first 3 because it's the first one that it sees. So it'll just give me the index of that. So these are all the tuples you need to know. These are all the methods you need to know about tuples. So now we are going to go on to how to identify sets and their methods. Okay, see you again. Welcome back again. So now we're going to do sets, and a set is a bit like a list and a tuple, except it is mutable, but it won't let you repeat a value more than once. Okay, it won't let you repeat a value more than once. Okay, so let me show you one. So I'm going to say set1 equals to curly braces. So don't confuse this with a dictionary. It just defines that this is a set, and it doesn't have keys or values or items. It just has elements. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. This is my set. So if I try to add a element and it is like repeated, it was already in here, it won't add it. It'll just keep it like it is. So let me show you that. So if you want to add an element, you need to type in set1 dot add, and I want to add 3 again, and then I type in set1, but it didn't add 1. It added 3, sorry. It just says 1, 2, 3. So I'm sure now you've got an idea why it doesn't repeat. It doesn't let you have a number more than once. So now we've learned how to add an element. We can now learn how to remove an element. So the same as a list. So set1 dot remove. Set1 dot remove. And I want to remove 3. And then I type in set1. And there you go, I've only got 1 and 2. Now we've got another method, and it's set.clear. And I'm sure you know this because we saw this in dictionaries and lists. So let me just demonstrate it really quickly. So set1.clear. And then we type in set1. And there you go, it's clear. It says set and then this. That's because it wants us to know that it's a set. So now I want to add a few more elements. So set1 dot add 2. You can only do this one by one. You can't do multiple times. And then I'm going to put set1 dot add 5. And then set1 dot add 6. Okay, so let's find out what set1 is. It's 2, 5, and 6. Now I want to copy this set, so it's exactly the same again. So set1 dot copy. What do we need to put our brackets? And there we go, we've got an exact copy. But we want to store this in a variable, so set2 dot equals set2 equals set1 dot copy, and then we type in set2, and there we go, we've got an exact copy. Okay, so these are all the methods you need to know on sets, and that's it for now, because we've learned all the methods you need to know for tuples, dictionaries, and sets. So please subscribe, and if you have any doubts below, please say in the comments, and bye.